Good morning all. Today we will study about DNA modifying enzymes. Now what is DNA modification? DNA modification means it is the manipulation of DNA. How can you do this manipulation of DNA? There are some enzymes, or we can say that it's a toolkit of enzymes which help in the manipulation of DNA, some of which are restriction endonuclease, ligases, alkaline phosphatases, DNA polymerases, reverse transcriptases, DNA topoisomerases, and terminal transferases. First, we will study about restriction endonuclease enzyme. Now, what are these restriction endonuclease enzyme? From the figure, you can see that they are a class of nuclease enzyme which can cut the DNA backbone at any of its internal site. So, they are also called as molecular knives, molecular scissors, or molecular scalpels. Now we will see the different types of restriction enzymes. They, based on the types, we can categorize the restriction enzymes into 4 types. They are type 1 restriction enzymes, type 2 restriction enzymes, type 3 and type 4 restriction enzymes. Type 1 and type 3 restriction enzymes, they can recognize, though they recognize short DNA specific sequences, they cleave far away from the recognition sequence. So, they are not used for genetic engineering works. But type 2 restriction enzymes, they recognize specific sequences and they cut the DNA at the same specific sequence where they recognize. So, they are of much use in genetic engineering works. Now we will come to the nomenclature of restriction endonuclease enzyme. Actually, these enzymes, example for these enzymes, type 2 enzymes are EcoR1, SMA3, SMA2, SMA1, HE3, etc. All these are 3-letter codes, and the first letter of each of them, it is derived from the first epithet of the genus name. For example, in EcoR1, E denotes Escherichia. And second and third letters, they are derived from species name. Here, CO is the second and third letters and they are derived from coli. And the next letter, they represent the strain from which it is derived. Here R is the next letter, it is derived from the strain RY13. And the Roman number which precedes that, the Roman number which comes after that, it indicates the order in which they were isolated. So, this type of naming is also called Smith and Nathan style.